What's up, y'all? This is Cameron with Cameron's Trucking, and I just wanted to tap in with you guys and pretty much just give you guys a little update on me. This is my first time on YouTube, so bear with me. But I just wanted to come in and talk about, Prime Inc. in the whole and what it's done for me in my life. So I started here at Prime Inc. about 9 months ago, and when I came, honestly, guys, I didn't really have much. I didn't have anything. I came out here with my girlfriend, and that was a blessing. And so, didn't know how to drive a truck at all. Never even thought about driving a truck. Never even thought about being over the world and going to all these places. But I will say Prime Inc. is definitely a place for truckers, man. I really feel like people should check it out and step out on faith and truck it and do something different for their life, man, and go trucking. Go drive these trucks, man. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's a dangerous job. It definitely is. It can be really hectic sometimes. It can be really stressful sometimes. But the rewards and the benefits are definitely greater than those stressful times and those trying times. I came here. I didn't really have much at all. I was staying at my friend's house, sleeping in his living room on an air mattress. Whenever I had an air mattress, or whenever it didn't deflate from constant use of an air mattress. And so a lot of times I just slept on the floor, and it was a place to stay. It was out of the elements. I had a roof over my head, but it was definitely a place I didn't want to be, as far as as a man and trying to raise a kid as well. So that really wasn't ideal for me. I've been a chef for 12 to 13 years out in Charleston, South Carolina, and was really good at what I do. I still am. Still really good at what I do. And the emotions of wanting to get back in the kitchen are still there, but I know this is where I need to be. Prime is such a great place, such good people. Everybody's been nice. I haven't had any problems. If there is, they resolve them quickly. It's never really anything that lingers around from my point of view. This is all, also guys, this is all my perspective on Prime. So if you have a bad one, that's your thing. But for me personally, Prime Inc. is definitely the best place I've ever worked for. The freedom to be able to go down the road and don't have to get called, and nobody's watching over your shoulder about anything, and nobody's constantly nagging you about this and that. That sense of freedom is definitely life-changing. I come out here now, and it's been about 9 months. It was a tedious process to get where I am now, but now I'm to the point now to where I can actually take care of my family and do the things that I really want to do. I got vacation coming up soon, and can't wait to surprise my woman with a great vacation out in Mexico or Jamaica, one of the two. And she doesn't even know we're going, guys. She doesn't even know. I'm going out and I'm buying tickets, and I'm getting the resort booked, and I'm just gonna throw it in her face and tell her to get your clothes, let's go. It really feels good to be able to do something like that for somebody who's been holding you down and making sure that you've been good for a little while. And it's definitely a blessing to be where I am now. As far as the training aspect, they have two different training programs. You can do PSD and you can do TNT, where you have to go through both anyway. PSD is when you're training to actually get your CDLs. So you're going to be doing a lot of, for people who's coming out, you're going to be doing a lot of driving, a lot of backing out on the pad, a lot of studying, and really getting down to the nitty gritty about what's under the hood of this truck and the trailer as well, and just understanding the ins and outs of the truck, because when you're out on the road, you need to know what's going on. You need to know what part of the truck is, if something happens, you need to know what part of the truck is actually malfunctioning. You don't want to be out here and you don't know anything about your truck. I know a lot of people get cars and they don't know anything about a car, and they just drive down the road every day and something happens on the car and they can't tell you anything. You have to take it to a mechanic. Mechanic charges you for a diagnostic or this and this and that, and then you're paying extra for something that you could have known. But so PSD, I'm sorry, PSD, you're actually figuring out, that, and you get a little taste of, what it's like actually being on the road, what the living conditions are like, what the driving is like, getting used to actually driving for hours on end, going hundreds and hundreds of miles without actually stopping. So PSD is it's a learning experience for, at least it was for me, and it should be for everybody who's coming out who has never driven a truck. Should be definitely a big learning experience. And TNT is when you're actually over the road with the trainer. So the trainer would actually, you'll get paired up with your trainer and you guys hit the road. Guys, and to be honest, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to end up driving at nights. That's just the reality of the game. So trainers take you out on the road. They teach you everything you need to know: shippers, receivers, how to pick up, how to drop loads, how to work your call quantum, how to run your time, how to work maps, how to actually not work maps, but read a map, and just, how to be a defensive driver out here on the road, because not even gonna lie, these cars or four-wheelers, so they call it, it's pretty tough sometimes, man. They can really get at you sometimes. So, it's defensive driving is the best driving. You definitely need to be aware of your every surrounding, everything you're doing. You need to be one step ahead of everything and everyone, and making sure that you're being safe and reliable out here on the road. So that's TNT. I'm sorry, that's TNT. I'm getting mixed up. That's TNT, and like most jobs, man, there's days where you wanna just relax, you wanna just chill out and maybe not do much, and then there's other days when you're ready to work. So with that said, best some days are better than others, and that's with any job. And getting used to being around someone that you really don't know like that, and living in tight quarters, because these trucks aren't really that big. They're big enough depending on the type of truck they may have, but it can really be tight sometimes. So just being mindful of somebody else's space, and learning on the road and getting used to a different lifestyle, sleeping while the truck is moving, things like that is what you kind of get used to out on TNT. So you can kind of expect that. But back to what's going on with me in my life. Like I said, priming has been the best choice I've ever made in my life. I feel like that is like it was God given for me to come out here and actually do this job and strive to be successful and be able to take care of my family, and to be able to actually enjoy life and feel like you're actually getting somewhere, because it definitely, life can be hard and life can be challenging, and I feel like coming out here was probably the best thing I could have ever done. A lot of people were devastated with the pandemic, and a lot of people passed away, and I give condolences to all the families who lost anybody to COVID-19, whether that be the regular COVID-19 or the Delta variant that's going on right now. My heart goes out to all the families that are out there. But in my experience, the pandemic was the best thing that happened to me, because I wouldn't have left my job if it wasn't for that. I wouldn't have left my job. I would have still been doing the same thing I would have been doing. Don't get me wrong. I love cooking. I love, helping people and just putting together a great plate of food. There's something about it that, it just sings to me. But I've never felt this way that I feel now, in myself. I feel very confident in myself. I feel very confident that I can take care of my family with no help. And I feel like my family can actually rely on me and know that I got it. And as a man, that should make you feel really good. Because it's nothing like providing for your family as a man, or anybody in general. Not just singling out men, all the women out there too. Also, speaking of women, for women who may be out there who is thinking about coming out of Prime Inc. and getting their CDLs and changing their lives, there are plenty of women out here driving these trucks, doing the same job I do every single day. And I like to give a shout out to all the women who are out here, whether you work for Prime Inc. or not. Keep grinding, women, and keep doing your thing. We see you. You're doing good, man. There's plenty of women out here, especially at Prime Inc. that have gotten their CDLs, and they're killing it. They're killing it. Some of these women work harder than a lot of these men out here. I hate to say it, fellas. If you're one of those guys, you might want to step it up. Might want to step your game up, because these women are out here and they're grinding for their families. They're doing it. But I just wanted to reach out to you guys. Like I said, this is my first YouTube video, but there'll be plenty more to come. And stay safe out there on the road for you guys coming out here. If what I'm saying really impacts you, makes you feel like you need to come out here, just put me down in your application as a referral. My driver code is OLICAC. My name is Cameron Oliver, and keep on trucking. Thank you guys for your time. I'll be hollering at you soon.